Ladies and gentlemen, the dawn of a new year is like a blank canvas waiting for the brushstrokes of our decisions, actions, and convictions. The question before us is not whether the canvas will be filled, but how. Will it be a masterpiece of purpose or a muddled sketch of indecision? Each day of 2025 presents an open door. A door that, upon opening, invites us to step forward into a new chapter of possibilities. Yet the true power of this door lies not in its mere existence, but in the choice we make as we stand before it. It is easy to assume that time flows around us, that we are carried by the tides of life, swept from one moment to the next. But the truth is that we are not mere passengers, we are the captains of our own journey. The ability to shape our path lies within the simple, yet profound act of choice. Too often we leave decisions to chance. We let the demands of the world around us dictate our actions, responding reactively to every situation, rather than proactively determining the direction we will take. We allow ourselves to be swept into the undertow of urgency, racing to meet deadlines, to satisfy the expectations of others, and to fulfill the responsibilities we have accepted. But in doing so, we risk losing sight of the most crucial element of our existence, the power of choosing for ourselves what matters most. Each moment is an invitation. Every choice, no matter how small, is an opportunity to steer the course of our lives. Will we choose to be defined by the circumstances around us, or will we shape our circumstances by making choices that align with our deepest values and aspirations? This is the essence of what it means to lock in for 2025. It is not simply about making decisions, it is about making decisions with intent. It is about choosing deliberately with a clear sense of purpose, guided by the vision of the future we wish to create. To choose is to take responsibility. It is to acknowledge that we are not passive observers, but active participants in the unfolding of our own story. The choices we make today, whether they are about how we spend our time, how we treat others, or how we respond to the challenges life presents, will ripple through the coming months, shaping not only the outcomes of 2025, but the very nature of the person we become. It is easy to drift, to surrender ourselves to the flow of time without reflection or purpose. But the act of choosing is the act of taking ownership. To choose is to take a stand, to commit to something greater than the immediate distractions that so often pull us in 1,000 different directions. When we lock in, we choose the path of discipline, the path of focus, and the path of focus, and the path of determination. In every choice there is a seed of possibility, a seed of growth, and a seed of transformation. What we plant today will determine the harvest of tomorrow. So as you stand at the threshold of 2025, ask yourself, what do I choose? What kind of year do I want to create? Will I choose to be intentional in my actions, or will I allow the year to pass me by? The power to shape this year rests not in the winds of fate, but in the quiet, powerful choices we make each and every day. True progress requires more than just the desire for change. It demands the steady, unyielding commitment to seeing that change through, regardless of the obstacles that arise along the way. Dedication is not merely a fleeting sentiment or an occasional burst of enthusiasm. It is a choice, a disciplined practice, and a way of being. To lock in for 2025, you must commit to something greater than the passing whims of momentary distractions. You must dedicate yourself to your goals with the understanding that success is not a gift but a result of consistent effort day in and day out. Many of us enter a new year with bright hopes and ambitious dreams, but too often these aspirations are extinguished by the inevitable hurdles that stand in our path. The initial excitement fades, and what once seemed like a shining vision for the future becomes a distant, dimming light. This is where dedication makes all the difference. It is the foundation upon which success is built. Without it, dreams remain just that, fragile illusions that fade with time. Dedication is not glamorous, it is not the thrill of the first step, but the quiet perseverance of the 100th. It is the discipline to show up when you don't feel like it, the resolve to keep going when the road ahead feels uncertain, and the commitment to finish what you have started no matter how many times you stumble or falter. Dedication means working even when no one is watching, when there is no applause, and when the results are not immediately visible. It is about doing the right thing not for the immediate reward, but because it is the right thing to do. In order to lock in, you must cultivate a mindset of unwavering dedication. This means making the choice each day to commit to your goals, no matter how small the steps may seem. It requires setting your intention and holding fast to it, even when the journey becomes difficult. Dedication is about creating habits, rituals, and routines that align with your purpose. It is about understanding that the fruits of your labor will not be harvested in a day or a month, but over time through the compounding power of consistent effort. But dedication does not mean stubbornly pushing forward without ever reassessing your direction. There is a wisdom in knowing when to adjust, when to refine your approach, and when to learn from mistakes. Dedication in its truest form is not blind persistence, but a thoughtful, deliberate commitment to your growth and progress. It is about refining your efforts, making incremental improvements, and ensuring that each action you take brings you closer to your ultimate goal. The commitment you make in 2025 must be anchored deeply within you. It must be stronger than any temporary challenge or setback. When you lock in with dedication, you are declaring that your purpose is greater than any inconvenience, greater than any doubt, and greater than any fear. The power of dedication is transformative. It has the ability to carry you through the hardest of times and propel you toward success. Remember, it is not the grand gestures that lead to progress, but the small, consistent steps taken with purpose and dedication. Every decision, every action, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, is a building block for the future you are creating. Dedicate yourself fully to the task at hand and watch as your efforts begin to take root and grow into something far more remarkable than you ever imagined. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. No journey is without its obstacles, no path without its moments of difficulty. It is easy in these moments to become disheartened, to question the worth of our efforts, or to wonder why these trials have come our way. But the truth we must embrace is that challenges are not the detours they sometimes appear to be. They are, in fact, integral parts of the journey itself. Without them, we would never grow. We would never be forced to stretch beyond our current limitations. It is through adversity that we are refined and shaped into stronger, wiser individuals. When you lock in for 2025, you must do so with the understanding that obstacles will arise. There will be days when things do not go according to plan, when the weight of setbacks feels overwhelming, and when it seems easier to give up than to push forward. These are the moments when most people lose their resolve, but you must recognize that these very challenges are the forge in which your character is tempered. They are not signs that you should turn back. They are invitations to dig deeper, to rise higher, and to keep moving forward. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in the face of adversity is to view it not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Every challenge carries with it a lesson and opportunity to learn something about yourself, about others, or about the path you are walking. Instead of shrinking from difficulties, approach them with curiosity. What is this moment trying to show me? What can I learn from this experience? Every challenge has the potential to make you better, to develop within you a strength you may not yet realize you possess. The key is to not be consumed by frustration or fear, but to stay open to the growth that these difficult experiences are offering you. Another crucial element of navigating adversity is resilience. It is not the absence of difficulty that defines success, but the ability to persist in the face of it. Resilience is the ability to bend without breaking, to absorb the shocks of life without losing your footing. It is not about avoiding pain or hardship, it is about how you respond to it. You can choose to be a victim of your circumstances, or you can choose to rise above them. Resilience is built through perseverance, through the decision to keep moving even when it feels like progress is slow or uncertain. It is about taking one step at a time, no matter how small, and trusting that your persistence will eventually pay off. You must also remember that no challenge is permanent. Whatever obstacle you are facing in this moment is not the end of the story. Every difficulty you face will eventually pass, and with it you will be stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next chapter. The key is to not let the challenges define you. Instead, let them refine you. See them as opportunities to prove your commitment to your goals, to your vision for the future, and to yourself. In 2025, embrace challenges as a necessary part of your journey. Don't shy away from the discomfort or the difficulty. Rather, face them head-on with courage, curiosity, and resilience. With each challenge you overcome, you will find that you are not only achieving the goals you set for yourself, but you are also becoming the person you were always meant to be. To lock in for 2025 is to cast your gaze beyond the immediate horizon. It is to look not just at the next step in front of you, but to the far-off vision of who you want to become and where you want to go. In a world that thrives on the demands of the present moment, it is all too easy to become consumed by the urgency of now, to focus only on what is immediately in front of us, to react to the needs and responsibilities of the day. But the key to achieving greatness in 2025 lies in the ability to see beyond the distractions of the present and to keep your eyes fixed firmly on the broader vision you are striving to create. Too many people live their lives by default, simply reacting to the circumstances they find themselves in. They wake up each day, go through the motions, and address whatever challenges come their way without ever considering the larger picture. Their lives are shaped by the demands of the moment, without ever asking themselves, where am I going? What am I building? When you lock in for 2025, you are making a commitment to a future that is not simply a product of random events, but a creation of your deliberate focus and intention. This long-term vision is the compass that guides you. It allows you to navigate through the day-to-day challenges with a sense of purpose, knowing that every action you take is moving you closer to the future you desire. When you have a clear sense of where you are headed, the small setbacks, the distractions, and the inevitable obstacles become much easier to handle. You are not derailed by them because you understand they are temporary. They are just part of the process that will ultimately bring you closer to your destination. To lock in for 2025, you must first clarify your vision. What do you want your life to look like by the end of the year? What kind of person do you wish to become? What do you want to accomplish? Be specific. The clearer your vision, the easier it will be to align your daily actions with it. If your vision is fuzzy, your actions will be aimless. But if you know where you are going, each decision you make will be informed by that end goal, and you will find yourself making choices that serve that greater purpose. Vision also gives you the strength to endure the inevitable challenges that will arise throughout the year. When you know what you are working toward, when you can picture the outcome in your mind, it becomes much easier to remain focused when distractions arise. The daily grind may feel tedious, but you will persevere because you know it is all part of the journey towards something much greater. Vision is what keeps you anchored when the waves of doubt and fear threaten to pull you off course. So as you lock in for 2025, remember that it is not just about the actions you take today. It is about keeping your eyes on the future, setting your course, and aligning your choices with the vision of who you want to be and what you want to achieve. Every decision, no matter how small, is either bringing you closer to or further from that vision. The more clearly you can see your future, the more power you will have to create it. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon, and let that vision guide you through the days ahead. As you step into 2025, it is vital to remember that the year is not simply a collection of days to be lived out in isolation. It is, in fact, an opportunity to build something far greater than the immediate experiences it holds. What you do in 2025 will echo far beyond its passing months, for the actions you take now will lay the foundation for the legacy you leave behind. A legacy is not something that is handed to you. It is something you create through the choices, actions, and contributions you make each day. It is the sum of the small, consistent efforts you put forth over time, and it is shaped by the way you live, the people you touch, and the impact you have on the world around you. To lock in for 2025 is to think beyond the present moment and consider what you want your life to represent. What do you want to be remembered for? What will people say when they reflect on your actions, your character, and the mark you left on the world? These are the questions that should guide your decisions throughout the year. The pursuit of success or personal achievement alone may be fulfilling in the short term, but it is the deeper pursuit of purpose and contribution that will leave a lasting impact. The decisions you make today, whether in your personal relationships, your work, or your commitments, will form the cornerstone of the legacy you create. Every time you choose integrity over convenience, kindness over indifference, or courage over fear, you are building the foundation for something greater. The results of your efforts may not always be immediately visible, but trust that they are accumulating, shaping the future in ways that will unfold long after 2025 has passed. One of the most powerful ways to leave a lasting legacy is through the way you serve others. The impact we have on the lives of those around us is a reflection of the life we have lived. It is not the things we accumulate or the accolades we receive that will endure. It is the love we give, the kindness we show, and the way we lift others up. Whether you touch the life of a family member, a colleague, or a stranger, every act of service contributes to a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. These small moments of generosity, empathy, and understanding are the building blocks of a legacy that lasts. Your legacy is shaped by the way you approach challenges. It is easy to create something meaningful when life is flowing smoothly, but true character is revealed in times of adversity. How you respond to setbacks, how you handle failure, and how you maintain your commitment in the face of difficulty will define your legacy in ways that success alone cannot. The obstacles you overcome, the resilience you demonstrate, and the lessons you learn along the way become the story that others will remember. Your perseverance through the storm becomes an inspiration for those who follow in your footsteps. 2025, then, is a year of both creation and reflection. It is a year to lock in, not just for the achievements you can accumulate, but for the lasting impact you can make. The legacy you leave is the product of your actions, your choices, and your character. It is built not in the grand gestures, but in the quiet consistency of living with purpose, integrity, and service. As you move forward into the year, think not just of what you want to accomplish, but of who you want to become, and how you want to touch the lives of others. In doing so, you will build a legacy that will endure long after the days of 2025 have passed. In conclusion, 2025 stands before us as a year of immense potential, a year waiting to be shaped by our choices, our dedication, our resilience, our vision, and our commitment to leaving a meaningful legacy. As we lock in, we are not simply moving through time, we are crafting a future defined by purpose, growth, and impact. Every decision we make, every challenge we face, and every action we take brings us closer to the person we wish to become, and the life we wish to become, and the life we wish to create. To lock in for 2025 is to recognize that this year is not a mere collection of days, but an opportunity, a canvas waiting for the brushstrokes of our determination. It is about choosing deliberately, committing fully, embracing adversity with grace, keeping our eyes on the future, and living in such a way that the legacy we leave extends far beyond ourselves. The journey will not always be easy, but the rewards of a life lived with intention, integrity, and purpose are immeasurable. So let us lock in, not for the fleeting moments, but for the lasting impact we can create. Let 2025 be the year we look back upon and say, here I lived fully. Here I chose courage, I chose purpose, and I chose to make a difference. The year ahead is full of promise. It is up to us to make it count.